It's one thing to make a good cartoon. It's another to make one that seems to predict the future. Over the last 3 decades, The Simpsons hasn't just entertained us. It stunned the world by eerily forecasting real-world events before they happened. From Nobel Prize winners to Disney acquisitions, medical outbreaks, and even government scandals, the writers of this iconic show seem to have some kind of crystal ball, or maybe just a really good sense of where society is heading. Today, we're diving deep into 20 times The Simpsons predicted the future and freaked us all out. 1. Blinky the Three-Eyed Fish, 1990 versus 2011. Season 2, Episode 4. 2 cars in every garage and 3 eyes on every fish. In this early episode, Bart catches a bizarre three-eyed fish named Blinky near the Springfield nuclear power plant. It was meant as a satirical jab at environmental pollution and corporate negligence. But fast forward 2011, and reality caught up when fishermen in Argentina pulled a real-life three-eyed fish from a reservoir near a nuclear power plant. The story made international headlines, and people instantly remembered The Simpsons. Fiction had once again become fact. 2. Censoring Michelangelo's David, 1990 versus 2016. Season 2, Episode 9, Itchy and Scratchy and Marge. Springfield tried to censor Michelangelo's statue of David because it was indecent. It seemed like over-the-top satire about censorship. But in 2016 in St. Petersburg, Russia, locals voted on whether to cover up a replica of the statue for being too naked. One resident even claimed it was corrupting children. Art censorship in real life? Just like Springfield. 3. Ringo Starr replies to fan mail 1991 versus 2011. Season 2, Episode 18, Brush with Greatness. Marge sends Ringo Starr a painting and fan letter as a teen and gets a response decades later. In 2011, Beatles fans were shocked when Paul McCartney replied to a fan letter that had been sent more than 50 years earlier. Coincidence? Maybe. But The Simpsons nailed the idea of long-lost fan mail getting answered decades too late. 4. Lisa predicts the Super Bowl winner, 1992. Season 3, Episode 14, Lisa the Greek. Lisa makes a bet with Homer based on her football predictions and chooses the Washington Redskins to win Super Bowl 26. A few days after the episode aired, the Redskins actually won. Fun fact, the show even updated the prediction for re-airings in different years to match new teams. So technically, The Simpsons predicted multiple Super Bowl outcomes. 5. Tiger attack on Siegfried and Roy, 1993 versus 2003. Season 5, Episode 10, Dollar Springfield. In Springfield's new casino scene, a magical duo modeled after Siegfried and Roy is mauled by their own white tiger. It seemed outrageous. Until 2003, when Roy Horn was seriously injured during a live Las Vegas show by one of their tigers. What felt like slapstick in animation became a chilling real-world event. 6. Autocorrect fails, 1994 versus Everyday Life. Season 6, Episode 8, Lisa on Ice. A school bully tries to write Beat Up Martin on a Newton PDA, but autocorrects to Eat Up Martha. This small joke was ahead of its time. Former Apple engineers have admitted that Eat Up Martha became a running joke during the development of iOS's predictive text feature. Today, autocorrect fails are part of daily life, and The Simpsons predicted it before most people had even heard of a touchscreen. 7. Smartwatches, 1995 versus 2014. Season 6, Episode 19, Lisa's Wedding. In this futuristic episode, Lisa's fiancé talks into a smartwatch, a gadget that wouldn't actually exist until 2014 when Apple released the Apple Watch. The show also imagined smart homes, virtual assistants, and facial recognition way ahead of the curve. Once again, The Simpsons beat Silicon Valley to the punch. 8. FaceTime and video calling, 1995 versus 2010. Same episode, Lisa's Wedding. In the same vision of the future, Lisa video chats with her mom. That technology wouldn't become mainstream until 2010, when Apple introduced FaceTime. It's yet another example of the show casually tossing out a future invention and getting it right. 9. Ebola outbreak, 1997 versus 2014. Season 9, Episode 3, Lisa Sachs. Marge offers Bart a book titled Curious George and the Ebola virus. At the time, Ebola was barely known to the public. Fast forward to 2014, and Ebola made global headlines with a deadly outbreak. When the episode resurfaced online, many were stunned at how accurately the show referenced a virus that would terrify the world nearly 2 decades later. 10. Higgs boson particle, 1998 versus 2012. Season 10, Episode 2, The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace. In this episode, Homer becomes an inventor and scribbles a complex formula on a chalkboard. Physicists later noted that this equation approximated the mass of the Higgs boson particle, a breakthrough only officially confirmed by scientists at CERN in 2012. Was Homer the real genius all along? 11. Disney buys 20th Century Fox, 1998 versus 2017. Season 10, Episode 5, When You Dish Upon a Star. A blink and you miss it gag showed the 20th Century Fox logo with a sign underneath, a division of Walt Disney Company. Fast forward to 2017, and Disney made the $71 billion acquisition of 21st Century Fox. So yeah, The Simpsons literally predicted who would own them almost 2 decades before it happened. 12. USA beats Sweden in Olympic curling, 2010 versus 2018. Season 21, Episode 12, Boy Meets Curl. In this episode, Homer and Marge represent the U.S. in Olympic curling and beat Sweden. In 2018, the U.S. men's curling team beat Sweden to win gold, an unexpected and historic victory, just like The Simpsons said it would happen. 13. Nobel Prize winner prediction, 2010 versus 2016. Season 22, Episode 1, Elementary School Musical. Milhouse is a fantasy Nobel Prize betting pool, and one of the names listed is Bengt R. Holmstrom. In 2016, Holmstrom won the Nobel Prize in Economics, 6 years after his fictional mention. The level of accuracy here borders on supernatural. 14. Guitar Hero popularity, 2002 versus 2005. Season 14, Episode 2, How I Spent My Strummer Vacation. Homer goes to rock and roll fantasy camp and is given a jacket that says Guitar Hero. This was 3 years before the hit video game Guitar Hero was released in 2005 and became a cultural sensation. 15. Rigged voting machines, 2008 versus 2012. Season 20, Episode 4, Treehouse of Horror 19. Homer tries to vote for Obama, but the machine selects McCain repeatedly. In 2012, actual reports came in of voting machines in Pennsylvania flipping Obama votes to Mitt Romney. The episode was supposed to be absurd, but it ended up being prophetic. 16. The Hangover Plot, 1999 versus 2009. Season 10, Episode 10, Viva Ned Flanders. Homer and Ned wake up in Las Vegas with no memory, married to strangers, and with a tiger in tow. That sounds familiar, right? It's basically the plot of The Hangover, which wouldn't be released until 2009. 17. Lady Gaga Super Bowl performance, 2012 versus 2017. Season 23, Episode 22, Lisa Goes Gaga. Lady Gaga performed for Springfield while suspended from wires in a silver outfit. In 2017, she did exactly that at the Super Bowl 51 halftime show. Even the visuals were strikingly similar. 19. Game of Thrones finale, 2017 versus 2019. Season 29, Episode 1, The Surf Sons. In a fantasy parody, a dragon burns down a city, eerily similar to the controversial ending of Game of Thrones, where Drogon burns King's Landing. The GOT finale didn't air until 2 years later, making the parody strangely on point. 20. NSA spying scandal, 2007 versus 2013. The Simpsons movie, 2007. In the film, the government uses NSA surveillance to spy on the Simpsons family. Years later, whistleblower Edward Snowden revealed that the NSA was indeed spying on American citizens. The idea sounded like dystopian fiction in 2007, but it turned out to be real. Over the past 3 decades, The Simpsons has done far more than entertain us with donuts, pranks, and dysfunctional family antics. It's quietly become a modern-day Nostradamus, dropping clues, warnings, and astonishing glimpses into the future. Whether it's global pandemics, corporate mergers, smart tech, or even international scandals, the writers have somehow captured the trajectory of our world long before it plays out in real life. And sure, some people say it's just coincidence. Others think it's sharp satire or educated guessing. But when you have over 20 eerily accurate predictions, it makes you wonder how much of our reality is already written in Springfield. What's truly mind-blowing is that The Simpsons isn't even done yet. The show is still going. New episodes mean new predictions. And if history is any indicator, some of today's jokes might become tomorrow's headlines. So the real question is, what will The Simpsons get right next? Will they predict another tech revolution, another political shakeup, or something even stranger that hasn't crossed our minds yet? One thing's for sure, we'll be watching, not just for laughs, but for clues. If you made it this far, thanks for tuning in. Smash that like button if this video blew your mind. The Simpsons isn't just a TV show, it's a cultural time capsule. It's predicted world events, advanced technologies, social trends, political movements, and public scandals with unsettling accuracy. And while some may write it off as clever writing or wild coincidence, others can't help but ask, is there something more to it? Are we just laughing at the future without realizing we're watching unfold in real time? Maybe the show has tapped into a deeper rhythm of the world, a pulse, a pattern, a way of seeing where we're headed before we ever get there. Because when a cartoon from the 90s can outpace scientists, economists, tech giants, and world leaders, maybe it's time we start paying a little more attention to what Springfield is showing us. And here's the real kicker. The Simpsons is still airing. That means the predictions haven't stopped. They're still coming, buried in jokes, hidden in scenes, waiting to come true. What if the next major world event has already aired, and we just haven't noticed it yet? So if you're curious about what else this show has gotten right, or what it might be warning us about next, this is a channel for you. At Simpsons Predict, we're digging deeper into the symbols, secrets, and strange connections hiding in plain sight. Like this video if it opened your eyes. Subscribe for more breakdowns that connect the dots between pop culture and real life. And turn on that notification bell, because the next time The Simpsons predicts the future, we'll be here to uncover it. Got a Simpsons moment you think the world should know about? Drop it in the comments. Your theory could be the subject of our next video. Until then, stay curious, stay questioning, and remember, the truth might just be animated,